Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to ZuluNet. Patrick here with another Zed Talk. Today I want to talk to you guys about if you're new to the game and you're feeling a little daunted, trying to get into it, I want to talk to you about framing your approach to the game in a way that can help you to stay focused on it, to create goals for yourself so that you can accomplish those goals in the game in a way that really brings about an understanding of said mechanic or said goal, right? And then really just honestly, just keep you motivated into it. And basically what I'm talking about is breaking it down into small pieces, okay? So in the course of a game like 40K, and this applies to many games of the same genre, whether it's super complicated, lots of stuff going on. Within the course of a game, there's so much that can happen, and you're sitting there trying to like keep track of it all and all that, and then you show up and you spend all this time investing into this game and you just get crushed, and then you show up the next week and you get crushed, and you show up the week after that and you get crushed, and it's just crushing. There's a theme. You just get crushed. Sometimes it's hard, right? So instead of focusing, I would suggest, okay, instead of focusing on trying to just get a W every single game, trying to win, right? Instead of defining your success by wins and losses, okay, which is great. We love winning, okay? We love it, okay? Anyone loves it, okay? I don't care how non-competitive you think that you are. You enjoy winning a freaking game. I promise you. All right, anyways. So instead of focusing on that really binary win or lose, okay? Try and break the game down into things that you struggle with, okay? Challenge yourself, all right? So just for instance, if you struggle with the assault phase, okay, build a list, and even if you have, limited list options, try and work on that in the game, okay? Make your goal, make your winning in this game, I get a good assault off, okay? Or I get an assault off and I, tri-point a unit that I want, okay? Or I finally build up to having multiple units assaulting at once, and it's just one devastating charge, right? Sort of thing. You just gotta build up. There's certain progressions to things like that. Like for instance, the assault phase, make that your goal, right? Break down little things that you need to get better at, right? Define those, and then go out and try and do those little things in these games, right? I promise you that you will be able to accomplish a whole lot more of those little goals than you'll be able to win every single game early on. I mean, and that's just a cold hard fact of a game like 40K and many others like it. It's a steep learning curve, and not only that, there's a lot of things involved in that learning curve. Not just learning the actual game, right? You got all the money involved in buying all these pieces and doing all that sort of thing, right? You've got, if you have a sense of hobbyist honor, you don't want to bring army, you don't want to bring a model that isn't painted, even though, we all do it. And if you do it, it's okay. It's okay. As long as we're progressing towards a painted army, you know what I'm saying? But there's so many things involved in being good at 40K, right? And it's very easy to either you kind of see these like attitudes or like form, and I think they're completely justifiable, but I think an approach like this can help kind of mitigate those. All right, so you see the approach of some dude who has the expendable income to throw at a game like 40K and buys all the stuff and chases the meta and gets really, really good, really, really fast as far as his record goes, because he's showing up with whatever the best thing is and he's winning, right? All right, so you get that guy, right? Nothing wrong with that guy. Nothing wrong with that guy, okay? And then you get the guy that sees that guy and then plays against that guy and knows that guy just started right about the same time that you started, but he's got all this really cool stuff, all these new things that are really, really good, and he is just destroying you, right? And then, and then the guy that sees that guy and plays against that guy, he can't help to feel a little bit bitter, maybe, And so he kind of takes this and runs with it in a direction where he's like, oh, well, he realizes, oh man, maybe I'm just not going to be like that good. And he never shows up to tournaments. He's just like relegated himself to this sort of casual play sort of corner, right? And he totally can be much better at it, but because he's seen this sort of buy hammer, if you will, construct before him, and see someone be successful at it, and knowing that, like, yeah, well, I've got, kids and a family and stuff. I'm not gonna be able to do that. So I might as well just play thematically, right, and not worry about being like super good and showing up at tournaments, right? So he doesn't, and then he's just the dude that, I play 40K, and then maybe after a while he just kind of like loses his passion for the game and then stops playing, or the new edition comes out and he's not really that committed to it and whatnot. So my point being is, if you redefine your approach to 40K and other games like it, and you find a way to frame it in your mind, to frame success in your mind, not off of what everyone else thinks is success, right? But what is success to you? What do you need to work on? Challenge yourself, right? Find those things that you need to get better at. Is it the assault phase? Is it getting psychic powers off? Is it list building? Okay. Is it, how to maneuver your pieces in a way, maneuver your army in a way such that you are still benefiting from all the auras, right? But you're also getting benefits of cover because you're moving correctly. Is it your pre-game sort of analyzing the battlefield and seeing like, okay, well, there's this avenue of approach and there's this avenue of approach and all that, like building that pre-game strategy, okay? Is it using stratagems well? Knowing when to use stratagems, right? How to more efficiently spend your CPs on things that matter. How to incorporate the stratagems that you have available to your army and your codex in a way that is actually synergetic with your list build, right? There's so many facets of 40K that you can really hone in on and focus on. And if you go and delve off in for a couple of weeks and just really focus on getting better at that one little facet, right? Not only will you be getting better at that facet, but you'll be picking up all these other things along the way. But the more important thing is that you'll be enjoying yourself. You'll actually be able to break down the game into a way where you can see progress, right? Early on, very quickly, right? Because you're seeing progress on these little things. Your progress isn't defined by if you won or lost the game, because even the most experienced players can lose games off of flukes. They can lose games off of bad dice that it just wasn't in it for them that game, right? There's many reasons why you can lose a game, okay? But there's no reason why you can't break the game down and get better incrementally at all of the little things in this game. And only you know what you really, really struggle with, right? And only you can challenge yourself to get better at that. Okay, so I think that if you're new to the game, you're kind of struggling to wrap your head around it, and you're getting sad because you just want to win a game, but you can't, right? It's okay. We've all been there, right? We've all been there. Just break the game down, figure out what you need to work on, and then play a game trying to work on that, not just winning. And if you win a game, cool, that's awesome, but I promise you, if you just break it down that way, then you will eventually start winning games, okay? You'll eventually start figuring it out, and then not only that, but you'll build this like web of experience and wisdom and knowledge in the game that will just come together to help you win more games more consistently, and then you'll feel just much better about yourself and much better about your 40K game. And then you'll have the courage to show up at a tournament and play and then get trashed at your first tournament, because that's what often happens. But anyways, you'll be in a much better place than if you just focus on winning or losing. I promise you. Well, anyways, there you go. Another little Zed talk for you. Little thoughts of Patrick here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought. Any insights from yourself? That'd be freaking awesome. Please, think of the comment bar as like a forum to put down your thoughts, right? Check us out on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you guys have a